This is United Kingdom Talk with Chris Reardon.
Morning, gang. A little bit early today. I think we're about 5 minutes early. Welcome along. It's Wednesday morning. Wednesday, is it the 24th? The 24th of June, 2020. Welcome, and almost halfway through the year, boys and girls. Not much longer to go. And then we will be 6 months since and before Christmas. That's happening tomorrow. Perhaps we should do a carol. Perhaps we should sing a Christmas carol tomorrow. What do you reckon? Ding dong. Oh no, wait till tomorrow. Don't get too excited. Mustn't do it too early, my loves. All right, Paul and Lou are in the house. Good morning, Paul and Lou. May I just offer a very big... I wonder if I have my applause standing by. There it is. I'd just like to congratulate Paul and Lou this morning for managing to get up actually before the show started. And we're a little bit early as well. So congratulations to Paul and Lou. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Paul and Lou have managed to drag their sorry bums out of bed this early in the morning. I can't believe it. So what happened? Did someone get a bit hungry or something like that? You were sitting there thinking, oh, I want my breakfast now. And you rushed downstairs to do yourself a little piece of dead animal and animal fetus in a frying pan. Is that what you've had this morning for your breakfast? There's me, scrimping and saving downstairs for a few blueberries, a little bit of yogurt, and some porridge, overnight oats that have been in the fridge. And there's you with a full slap-up fried meal. And yet, we're the same size. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange and mysterious, don't you think? Morning to Michael Pullman in Australia. Diane Jebb, good morning. Always there. Never foul. Never foul. Jason Hughes, hello to you. Daniel Holmes, nice and early. Liz Hargreaves. Good morning, Liz. Long time no see. Off to share your YouTube channel. Thank you, Liz. It's very kind of you, my darling. All shares are gratefully accepted. Good morning to Peter Wright. Who's this now? Saddo Rahman. Morning. Jackie Chan is 66 years old. What is that? A birthday today? Is it? Oh, let's have a little look. Let's have a little look if I can find out that information. Great actor. I thought he was a little bit older than that. There we go. 7th of April. Oh, no. 7th of April, 1954. So not quite his birthday. But, yeah, he is indeed 66 years old. It's not a bad age, is it? 66. Of course, saddo, not old. 66 isn't really old anymore, is it? I think you've got to be sort of in your 80s now to be sort of classed as old in this day and age, isn't it, really? Anyway, welcome along to the show, sir. Scrambled egg on toast for Mick Davenport this morning. Morning, Mick. Morning to you as well, sir. A lovely day here yesterday, and a nice little quiz as well. Must say, a nice little quiz. I think we had just under 50 people playing the quiz last night, which was nice. Very nice indeed. And Lee Toby won the pen. We always give a pen away now on quiz night, Tuesday quiz night. We don't do it by who gets the biggest score. We do it by a raffle at the end and live on the show, okay? So that's how we do that on there. All right? Oh, Peter, stop going on about... If you moan once more, Peter, I'm going to time you out for 500 seconds. What rules? What rules are you going about now? Cool, you started early today. You've started early today, haven't you, Peter? Moaning. Is that all you do? You just sit there going across all these different channels, moaning and complaining and looking for faults all the time. Do you want me to have a look at your Facebook page and point out your faults? Shall we do that this morning? Shall we do that this morning, as you seem always so happy to point out mine all the time? Let's have a little look, shall we? Let's go into full mode attack. Well, the glasses don't fit, for example. You're standing in front of a Sky screen. Have you ever, in your wildest dreams, you ever think Sky would employ you to do a show on there? And what is that thing hanging around your leg? You look like one of those tourists. You look like you've come out of hospital with that green thing on. The watch is halfway round your arm. The jumper doesn't fit because that's halfway up your sleeves. Shall I carry on? Now shut up for 5 minutes and just sit there for once in your life and enjoy the show like everyone else does. Thank you. Adam the plumber, good morning to Adam. Did you burn my ticket last night? Maybe. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't, Mick. Morning to Denise Andrews. Oh, I meant to bring up your slippers today. I knew there was something I forgot. Mandy bought me some slippers yesterday. Oh, so nice. So nice. Not yesterday, a couple of days ago. And she sent them through the post. And they've been in the decontamination chamber. That's where they've been, the decontamination chamber. And they are now ready for display for all to see, except you're going to have to wait till tomorrow, until we are halfway through the year tomorrow to see them, because I've forgotten. I've left them downstairs. Sorry, Mandy. They are about to come into use. I've got my old ones here. They are replacing these slippers, just in case you didn't know. There you go. They are replacing these slippers, okay? They're replacing these slippers, which I personally think have got several years left in them, to be honest. Some of you, I know, disagree with that, but I think we've got several years together on there. All right? Okay? And that's how it is. They will be replacing those tomorrow. Thank you very much, all right? Right, what else have we got? So I'm getting put off here. So that's that. Oh, the grass. My lilies and grass are looking fantastic. Right, here is the grass that I reseeded. Oh no, hang on. If we start with the lilies, there you go. That's not all of them. They are coming out big time now. They're the lilies at the front of my house there. We'll just take a shot a little bit further back as well. There you go. That's the front of my house at the moment. Those lilies are just beautiful. There's loads more on the left, all waiting to come out. Fortunately, they don't all come out together, so we get a decent display. There's my grass. Look at that. Look at the difference. On the left-hand side, I only did that Monday, the left-hand side. The right-hand side was done last Thursday, and it's just done so well. I can't believe how quickly that grass seed has germinated. We like that word, germination. Yes. Germination. Look at that. Here it comes again. Here comes my grass. So left-hand side, as I say, done. Actually, I think I did it on Sunday. That was done on Sunday, so it's not come up quite yet. The right-hand side, look towards the back near the chair, near the red chair at the back there. Look how quickly that's come up. Just goes to show you, doesn't it? How quickly you can get grass to recover. I have been watering it. It's something I don't usually do, water the grass, but I have been watering it with its new seeds on and all that business. So there we go. Got a video to show you today. You will want to see the video. It's Shania. Shania, I don't think she's with us yet, but Shania has sent in a video of her playing the violin, and for that we will need, I think, 20 likes this morning. 20 likes to see Shania playing her violin. And it's a nice song. It was that one. I can't remember what it's called. All right, so that's coming up as well a little bit later on. So that's grass and the lilies. Oh, yes, we can start moving around. Yes, I have penciled my trip to the caravan in, boys and girls. I should be going after the bingo, probably on Sunday the 7th of June, and spending a week up at our Lincolnshire television studio complex. We do the shows from up there as well, boys and girls, okay? A little bit concerned that there might be some computer updates. Well, there are some computer updates waiting to be done, but I will endeavour to do those on Sunday night when I get up there, and I'll just leave it running while it's doing an updates, because we've had some big updates in the last 3 months, Windows updates, so they all have to be done really before we do the show. So I'll endeavour to do those Sunday night when I get up there, and then hopefully be back with you on Monday morning for the raffle. If not, we'll just hold over them. If we run into a problem, which could or could not happen, then I'll just hold over the shows to the next day. So I shall be going to my caravan on Sunday the 7th. Very, very excited, because Boris says we can stay away now. Stay away from home. Stay away. In the Sun this morning, this was all over the news yesterday. List of businesses including opening now are hotels, hostels, bed and breakfast, accommodation, holiday apartments or homes. There you go. Cottages or bungalows, campsites, caravan sites or boarding houses. Places of worship. They can now open. Libraries and community centres, restaurants, cafes and workplaces, bars and pubs, cinemas, bingo halls, theatres, concert halls, no live music. So I don't get that. If the theatres and the concert halls can open, but they can't have any live music, well, who's going to go there then? Don't get it. Theatres and concert halls can open, but no live music. I don't get it. Don't get it. Museums and galleries, hair salons and barbers, you can get your hair cut again. I don't know. Do I need to go? I don't think I do. I think I've done blooming well with my haircut. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a tour. How did you do with your haircuts? Was it all right? Did you cope all right? Or did you just leave it? You know, nothing wrong with leaving it, I suppose. You know, look, you know. This was done incidentally just a couple of days ago again. Look, it's not too bad, is it? I'm really pleased with my haircut. Anyway, it goes on. Outdoor playgrounds and outdoor gyms. Now, we've seen these outdoor gyms springing up in various parks, haven't we? You know, where they got the equipment outside and all that. I would assume you'd want to spray it down first with some sort of antiviral spray, I would assume. Outdoor skating rinks, other indoor leisure centres or facilities, including indoor games, recreation and entertainment venues like cinemas, social clubs, model villages. Oh, Beaconsfield. When's the last time you went to a model village? Oh, Legoland have got one. Legoland have got one up the road, actually. They've got a model village. Little models of people and buildings. I love it. I love a model village. I think the first model village I went to was Beaconsfield. Yeah, Beaconsfield Model Village. I seem to remember that. God, I must have been about 7 then. Wonderful little places. And also indoor attractions, aquariums, zoos, safari parks, farms, wildlife centres, and any place where animals are exhibited to the public as an attraction. Well, that's like this show. This is an animal being exhibited to the public as an attraction. Will you be going to any of those? I don't think I'll be going to a bar or a pub or a restaurant. Cinema, not sure about that. But these are not without risk, of course. You know, every time you go out and you get near other people, it's a risk. You know, it's a risk. Do you want to take it? The risk hasn't gone away. Do you want to take it or not? That's the question. And the whole 2 to 1 metre rule, I would tend to stay at 2 metres as much as possible, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what you think about that. What are you saying about that? Anything? Morning to Dominic Hessler. Morning. I dyed of my hair purple all by myself. All by myself. Don't want to be all by myself anymore. Do, 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 do. Morning, Dom. I'm sure you did it all right, my love. Morning, Dominic. Nice to see you there. All right. Dan, you can socially distance the audience, but not the workers. So that's why they've said shows have to be shown on a screen. I mean, I just don't see the point in going to a theatre if there's nothing on. To go and see a production on a big screen. I mean, unless, of course, you know, you're going to support that venue, which is understandable. People might want to go and support, I don't know, wherever really. Old Cameron McIntosh, he's not doing any shows till next year now, is he? All the staff are out. It works terrible for actors and all the people involved with it as well. The people working the sound, the lights, the cleaners, selling the ice cream, selling the tickets. You know, all those people are out employed there. Morning to John Parrish. Welcome to Mr. John Parrish. What else have we got there? Right, let's just carry on there. Ignore someone. There's Shania. Okay, Shania's in the house, boys and girls. Shania, as I say, has sent in a video of her playing the violin. If you'd like to see it, then all you've got to do is like this show. Hit the thumbs up underneath the little video screen. We require this morning 20 likes for you to see Shania's video screen. Video of her playing the violin this morning. Okay. Where else have we got there? Daniel, there was a model village in Bournemouth, was it? Called Tucktonia. There's a photo of me, age 5, there watching a train go by. Send it in, Daniel. We'll put it up tomorrow. You must send that in, Daniel. I look forward to that, sir. I do look forward to that. Okay, so that's the model villages. lots on the caravan things as well. The Daily Mirror has reported caravan parks will be reopening on July the 4th. As you know, our caravan park has actually been open since April, but we weren't supposed to be staying in our own caravans, staying in a place away from home. Although I gather if you were there before the lockdown, it was okay. I wasn't. And frankly, I'm glad I wasn't, because I would have been bored there. There's not as much there to do as I have here. It's my home, you know. It says, as caravan parks will reopen on July the 4th, the national chain Haven Holidays, and I've been to some Haven Holidays. I've been to some wonderful Haven Holidays. The facilities are great. They tend to be near places to go and do things, like beaches or walking places, you know, outside of the Haven Resort. At night time, they have restaurants which are a bit pricey. The restaurants, not always brilliant service. There was one with the most dreadful service in one place. It was awful. We waited and we waited and we waited. You know, I practically turned into a thin stick, which, to be honest, wasn't necessarily a bad thing. But you know, just I can't bear bad service in restaurant. I certainly didn't get a tip from us. They put on entertainment at night, which is so. They do the best they can. You often get all these people come onto the stage and they start either dancing or singing, but sometimes whoever's working the sound has just not got the mix right, and the microphone is far too loud for the backing track, or vice versa. And when you watch all these youngsters, and they tend to be all youngsters, they're dancing together on the stage. Their movements are all together. They're quite well synchronised, but it just looks so wooden. There's something missing with the Haven shows. Whether it's because I'm older now and I've seen lots of shows and that, and I remember going to Pontins, you see, in the 1970s. And they would have shows on there with the blue coats. And they were just really good. The Haven, they do the best they can. It's not a criticism. There's something missing from those Haven shows. And I can't put my finger on it. Perhaps star quality. Maybe star quality. I mean, I went up and tried to speak to one of them a couple of times, you know. And, like, they don't really want to know. You know, I didn't feel much friendliness going on there at all. They were doing the job. And they weren't doing anything wrong with the job. But something missing. But I'm quite happy going to Haven Holidays because I get to spend time with some of my family. You know, great nieces and great nephews, and nephew and his wife, and we have a whale of a time. We have a whale of a time when we're on these Haven Holidays. Good time to go, not August, July. Must tell you, August, July, the prices are quite astronomical. You can be paying £1,000 for a week in a caravan. The same caravan that I'd probably paid about £150, £180 back in off-peak season. It can be really expensive, a caravan holiday now, you know, at that time of the year, August, July. Really expensive. It says in the Daily Mirror, as caravan parks will reopen on July the 4th, the national chain is set to reopen just 2 days later, with new safety measures in place designed to keep visitors safe. Haven Caravan Parks, it says they're going to open on July the 6th, with a range of new measures to protect against the virus. National chain has overhauled its parks so social distancing rules can be followed at all times. And it goes on there. At Haven Holidays, we will look a little bit different for visitors, it says, as the site adapts to the new normal. Many visitors will simply be thrilled to enjoy a holiday overnight away. And that's the thing, you know. You don't necessarily have to go somewhere where they have all these things going on. Okay, perhaps if you've got children, you do. But, you know, from my point of view, where my caravan, there's nothing there. There's walks and a river. You know, there's no entertainment of any sort, and quite frankly, good, because I can't be doing with the noise. Oh, do my head in. Screaming children running around, jumping all over the place. People in the swimming pool. People coming back from the bar late at night, rowing. Don't you like that? When people are rowing, oh, dear me. And it's just like a change of scenery, isn't it? You know? I like it here with all my trees and all that, but to go somewhere else, you know, just for a few days, nice change of scenery, it's lovely. It says, when you arrive, caravans will be sealed in order to guarantee that they've been cleaned, with guests warned not to enter if the seal isn't present. Under a cleanliness guarantee, guests will be offered a refund if the holiday home is not cleaned to the new enhanced standards. Haven's Director of Guest and Proposition... I wonder what he's going to proposition. He said the experience has changed from when guests first arrive at the park. When it comes to cleaning, we have new teams of cleaning who are regularly cleaning high-touch areas like door handles, and also PPE to the teams cleaning the caravans. Once they finish cleaning it for a new guest, we will seal the caravan across the door and we'll tell guests that if the seal is broken, they should not enter. If you're hungry, takeaway food must now be ordered via an app. These people have worked hard. Pubs, entertainment people, Haven Holidays, other places. They've worked very hard to try and get this going again, haven't they? They've had to. If you're Peckish, takeaway food must be ordered via an app, and guests will be given time to pick it up to avoid queues. One of the most popular aspects of a Haven holiday is the pool, entertainment, kids' play area, and wide range of activities on offer. It says anyone who's already booked for this year will be allowed access to the play areas and restaurants if they reopen. Okay, it doesn't say when, it says if they reopen, so I don't know. They're also offering a discounted version of its famous hideaway holidays that doesn't include access to swimming pools, pubs, restaurants, and the kids' play areas. So I suppose you just book the caravan, right? You can't use the entertainment things. If you want to be extra safe, then that's what you would do, wouldn't it? You just book the caravan. Don't go where everyone else wants to go. It's still touching things, isn't it? The on-park supermarkets and laundrettes will be open as normal, so you're not going to run out of anything. That's good news, isn't it? All right. Visitors can order takeaway food and drinks and enjoy long coastal walks on the open beaches. Oh, the smell of that sea. Isn't it nice, right? You know, when it's a really hot day and the sea comes in and sprays you. Don't you like that? Probably with sewage. Probably sewage coming out of there. So there we are. That's the Haven holidays. If you're going to Spain, that might be a bit differently. That might be a bit different. British people flying to Spain in a Daily Mirror for post-lockdown holidays will be greeted by miles of empty sand. In Benidorm, on the Costa Blanca, that's very, very popular with British people, isn't it? Where the resort's golden beaches have been roped off into small sections to ensure social distancing. Tourists can have the pick of the plots. The pick of the plots. Pick of the plots. Take two. It sounds like a radio show, doesn't it? Officials are on hand to ensure no more than 4 people are stretched out in each parcel of sand. They've literally roped off areas, which is good. It's good. And they patrolled the beach. See the amount of work that's been going on around us while we've been sitting at home. So much hard work. I hope people appreciate it. A lot of people don't appreciate things, don't they? They just go on the thing and all they do is moan and find fault all the time, don't they? I hope people appreciate all this work that is being done for them. And people don't start blasting off emails. Oh, we booked this holiday. We're so disappointed. We wanted to go here. And they moan and they moan and they moan. You know, and certain people will be, they might be roped up with 4 sticks. Well, maybe one of the sticks has fallen over. They'll be straight on the Twitter. Can't believe we arrived here, only to find the place in a terrible mess. And there's one stick just fallen down. Pick it up yourself and stick it in there instead of writing message of complaint. How sad must you be to be sitting there behind a keyboard 24 hours a day, typing off little messages of complaint and moaning all the time? How sad must you be to do that? There's plenty of them around. Officials are on hand to ensure no more than 4 people are stretched out on each parcel of sand. I like that. And they patrolled the beach as locals flocked to the sea last weekend. Have you been there? I've been to Benidorm. 1983 that was. That's just a long time ago. And they've got... I'll take a picture and I'll show you this. It's very interesting. Actually, the parcels of sand don't look particularly large, I have to say. They're a little bit small. I don't know if you can... I mean, I wouldn't be doing this anyway. I can't. I'm not one of those people who can sort of. There you go. Can you see that? Look, they've squared it off there. Little posts in the ground. I'm not one of those people who can just lay on the beach in the sun and do nothing. Oh God, I managed about 2 minutes, then I get bored. Then I start looking around for someone to talk to. Sometimes I talk so much to them, their eyes glaze over. A little bit like some of you watching this show today, probably. British people arriving in Benidorm will also have to wear face masks when they stroll along the promenade. No thanks. I won't be going anywhere like that soon. They will not need them in place when they sunbathe on the beach. Well, you can't. Can you just imagine the mouth thing on there? The only thing is, what about all the young people, like people going to Ibiza? Well, maybe not so much Ibiza now, I don't know. But certainly Magaluf and Ayia Napa. That's where the young people go and they party hard, don't they? All those sweaty bodies in nightclubs getting off with each other. It says 4 million people travelled to the Balearic Islands last year, more than a quarter of all international visitors. So far, only 8 hotels are planning to open next month in the party capital, Magaluf. Well, that's not many, is it? Hoteliers claim people are putting off booking because they fear going back into lockdown when they return to the UK. Yeah, well, we've got that, what do you call it? Isolation thing, isn't it, for so long, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens there. I certainly don't see the point in going to a foreign country at the moment and having to sit on a plane uncomfortable with a mask on the whole time and all that business. You can't wear a mask on the beach. You'd have that, you know, when you get the panda eyes because you've had sunglasses on. That would be like just a mark right across your face, wouldn't it? How funny would that be? John, did you cut Martin's hair? No, that would be my sister, I think, cutting Martin's hair there. Morning to Gary's British talk show this morning. Joining us today. Hello to you, sir. Shania is on Shanklin's seafront right now. Oh, that's lovely, Shania. I've got a video of Shania playing the violin today. We need 20 likes to see that. We have 17. So only 3 more likes. And I'll be able to show you Shania playing her violin this morning. Okay. Hello to Fiona Hunt. Hello, Fiona. Welcome along to the show there. Hello to you, Fiona. First time here. All right, my darling. A little bit different to Gary's show. I don't concentrate so much on the messages. I do drop in and out of the messages throughout the whole show, okay? Just so you know how it works here. I do a little bit more of a sort of a news and a chat type thing here. So you're very welcome, Fiona. Welcome along to the show there. There's Gary. There's my nephew, Gary Butler, also known as Scrap It Man. He does his own... We've got lots of people who do their own shows. So welcome, Gary. Nephew, Gary Butler, who's looking forward to me appearing in his county in just 2 weeks' time. The excitement is building. The excitement is building. I shall have to prepare the quiz night before I get up there. We will do the quiz night from up there as well, hopefully. All right. Daniel went to Pontin's Wick Ferry. I didn't go to that one, Pontin's Wick Ferry. No, that's one I didn't go to there. All right. Is that it? There we are. Everyone chatting to each other. That was. When will you return to church, Chris? I don't know. Not sure. Not sure whether I'll go back or not when it's reopened straight away. You know, not sure about that. No, not really sure about that at all. Right, okay, we got 20 likes. Now, this is a little bit longer than the videos that we normally see, but the delightful Shania, who is with us this morning, Michael Lawrence, has sent in a little video of her playing the violin. Lovely classical piece. Are you ready, boys and girls? Here is Shania, head of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight, playing the violin, just for you. Yeah, Shania. Oh, Shania. We love it. Thank you, Shania. Absolutely fantastic. We love it. Shania, what I want to know is, did you eat that whole thing of Toblerone that was sitting there on your settee? Oh, you don't think I didn't spot that, did you, Shania? Look, there it is. Look at the Toblerone. Right-hand side there. Did she have that whole thing of Toblerone before or after she played the Toblerone? Nice one, Shania. Absolutely wonderful, darling. All right, if you've got anything you want to send in, boys and girls, I can't put them instantly on the show. You have to wait till the next show, my darling. All right, just send it through there. Any pictures, videos, songs. I can't play anything if you're using the backing track from someone else, I'm afraid. That's a copyright issue. All right, but if you've got anything you want to send through like that, preferably not poetry. Oh, God, poetry, dear. I can't bear poetry, my love. Please don't send through poetry, okay? But anything else, pictures of your cooking. Mick Davenport often sends through stuff of his cooking and all that, then just send it through, Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Fiona, you don't know, we do a raffle every Monday, Fiona, and every time we have a live show on, you can ask for a raffle ticket at the end, not now, but at the end of the show. All right, darling? So we do those raffle tickets at the end of the show. And each Monday, we do the raffle, okay? So we give out tickets on every show. And on a Monday, we do the raffle and someone wins one of those, okay? One of our very exclusive fridge magnets. All right, so that's the raffle. We do another raffle, which involves super chats. When people send super chats, i.e. tips, every time they send me £1 super chat, I give them a pink raffle ticket. And that raffle we have on Thursday mornings. Okay, so tomorrow morning. And each week the prize changes for that. And this week it's one of our exclusive mugs. Okay? All right, there's our exclusive mugs. That's the prize tomorrow. Here, usually every morning around about 8:45, except on a Sunday. We also do bingo on Sunday night, 8 o'clock, free bingo. We do a quiz on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Again, 8 o'clock again. If you want to join in the bingo, you need to register for that. Okay, just send us an email there, Fiona, or anyone else who's new to the show today. Say, please add me to the bingo, and I'll be very happy to do that for you. All right? No poetry. I can't do the one about the young man of Nantucket. No, please, no poetry. I can't stand poetry. Oh, God. How all these people can go to these poetry groups and just sit there in a circle and listen to that poetry. Oh, that would do my head in. Maybe it's because I was a bit of a raver in the 90s, you know. Going out to these mega clubs and dancing my bum off all night long. Well done, Shania. Lots of people congratulating you for that one. Good morning to... did I see someone else? Who have I seen there? Oh, yes. Adrian Richardson joins us this morning. Morning, Adrian. They love it. Look, they absolutely love your playing there, Shania. There you go, my love. They are loving it. It was Salud d'Amour by Elgar. La, 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 la. Was that featured on a TV show or a film? It's probably been featured in lots of TV shows and film, I would imagine, wouldn't it? Do you play the violin at church, Shania? Funnily enough, I've started writing a list of church that I want to visit. I know it sounds stupid, but when we are eventually able to travel, there's a few churches I want to visit. I've got 3 so far. They're all in America. You have a look them up while I'm chatting to you, Shania, if you can come out of the show and look at the same time. There's Christ Cathedral in Orange County. It's all glass. Amazing. It's all glass. So that's Christ Cathedral in Orange County. Now, where's that? I think that's California, I think. There's the Basilica in Washington, D.C., something to do with Our Lady. Beautiful church. And there's also another church, non-Catholic, in Nebraska. And I think I once sent you a video of them doing Onward Christian Soldiers in this particular church, with the choir that walks in, and there's a bloke called Tom who plays the organ there, and sometimes they have an orchestra in there as well. Oh, it's amazing. I've literally started writing a list of churches that I want to go and visit. I have been to the Vatican. And of course Israel I've been to, and I've been around loads of churches in there. It's just such amazing places, and you don't need to be religious to go and enjoy the architecture and the music in these places. Just fantastic. There we are. Okie doke. What else have we got here? So I'm wondering, so there's the holidays thing. I wonder if Boris will be turning up at a Haven holiday anytime soon. Is that the sort of thing Boris Johnson would like? Perhaps he'd like to rent out my caravan from me. I don't normally rent out my caravan unless you're very, very, very important. Very important. I think I would allow Boris to rent out my caravan. I might even let him have it for nothing. I think so, yeah. He doesn't seem too much of a dirty person, does he? He seems quite clean and sort of not quite well groomed, but I think that's his character, really. Boris, the Queen, of course. Very happy to have the Queen borrow my caravan if she wants to. She probably gets fed up going up to Sandringham or Windsor Castle. You must get fed up with the same old thing all the time. So I think I should offer, possibly send them a little text message or something like that. Possibly send an email to the palace. To the palace, offering the use of my caravan to the Queen. And perhaps one other member of her family. I think she sleeps in her own bed. She don't sleep with Prince Philip, does she? I mean, very sensible, if you ask me. I can't stand sleeping with people. Not that that's happened for a few years, but I can't bear it. Oh, God, no. Oh, no, they take up half the bed, don't they? I think it's a great idea. I think the secret of good long relationships is to have separate beds. You know, as soon as you finish doing that thing, if you're still young, you know that, then get back in your own bed and shut up and go to sleep. I'm sure Boris will want to borrow that. Right, we've got some more news stories here. Old Katie Price. Now, I'm sure we're not hearing the whole story here. In the Sun today, Katie Price has hit out at, and I quote, her nasty, angry ex, Chris Boyson, and claimed he left her for Bianca Gascoigne after promising her marriage and babies. Yeah, I'm sure he did, darling. No, I don't think so. I mean, look, Katie, darling. Look at Bianca compared to you, my love. I'm not being funny, dear. She's 42. She said the pair spoke about getting wed and having children together. Like with all the other husbands you've had, dear. I mean, how many people do you want to go through? That's why he's dumped you, my love. The pair spoke about getting wed and having children together, only for her to see him on a night out with 33-year-old Bianca days later. Has Bianca had any work done? You know, lips, face, breasts, bum, anything like that? Chris, this bloke, Chris, he's 30. He's very good looking. I wouldn't say no. I can't lie to you. I wouldn't say no. Chris, who's 30, and Katie, who once revealed they had got engaged live on Loose Women, one of the worst programmes ever to watch on the telly, Loose Women. Oh, I can't bear it. They split up in December before she went into the Priory. Is that the thing for drug addiction, isn't it? She told New Magazine, the last time I saw Chris, I got the Priory badge to prove it. The Priory badge. It was on the 29th of February. I found out 3 days later he was at an event with Bianca in Essex, and he's been with her ever since. Well, unlucky. I mean, I'm looking at Bianca now. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I mean, you can understand why. I bet she treats him a bit better like you did. I bet you treated him really bad as well. We've seen what you do to men. We've seen it. How can you say this? He told me he wasn't going to see anyone. He was single. We talked about getting married, babies, and starting again. Well, how many more babies do you want? With how many more different fathers, dear? I mean, it's up to you what you do. We're not one to criticise, but how many? We'd like a number so we can know when to stop. In my opinion, these were false promises. He's been calling my close friends. There are a lot of mixed messages. Why would you just write to the papers about all this? Isn't this a private thing in your sad, lonely, pathetic life? How people can sit there watching this woman on the telly, I do not know. Having her latest this, that or the other done. When asked how she feels about her personal trainer, Chris now, she said, when I thought of him, I thought, you're still this angry, nasty person. I'm done with that now. I feel all along he's been playing with my emotions. Oh, please do us a favour. I'm sorry, my darling. I hate to spit it out to you, but he found someone better. That's why. Not for me, I'm afraid. Here you go, Fiona. It would have to be really bad for me to watch that load of old tosh, loose women. Oh, it's just horrendous, Fiona. Those old bags just sit there cackling away to each other what they've been doing with their husbands or boyfriends or another. Let's have another sad story and all cry on the screen together. Oh dear. Does it have very good viewers? I bet it's got loads of viewers. It's just not for me, you know. We used to have, I used to DJ at a place in Clapham, and we used to have the people that worked on the show come in there. I didn't give them 5 minutes, I'm sorry. Such a crap show. And some of these television people, they walk around like there's someone else. They really do, dear. Let's just scroll up there. Right, okay. Another story here. Ladies, here is your opportunity. Now, this is the third time we've come across a story like this. Again, it's in the Sun. Shameless NHS nose job blagger Carla Belusi is 38, is known for her controversial lifestyle and unorthodox parenting approach. And now, the mum from Hitchin in Hertfordshire, who sparked outrage last year after admitting she faked depression to get a free £7,000 NHS nose job. She's revealed her latest money spinner, and it split the family in two. Now, looking at her, she looks all right. She's quite pretty, I suppose, really. She's revealed she's making £800 a week doing next to nothing. Drifting off to sleep, I'm filled with warm thoughts because I'm actually making money. And it's all because desperate men are willing to pay me £12 a month for a few saucy snaps. Well, if you're making all that money, my love, perhaps you'd like to pay back the £7,000 the NHS spent on your nose job. I've had my own... What is that? An OnlyFans account? I don't know what that is. I've had my only... It's like a... I've had my OnlyFans account for just 6 days, and already I've got £810 in the bank from sleazy men who are stupid enough to pay for it. So she gets this work. So she sells them the photos and then calls them stupid. Wow. That's a nice lady, isn't it? I would say, if you find a way to make money like that, then why not? Why not? I might try it myself. Perhaps I could set up an OnlyFans account and start, you know, doing a few saucy pictures of myself on there. I'm sure you'd all subscribe to that. Only, how much would is it? £12 a month? Is that a figure you set, or does the who is it again? Does the OnlyFans people, whatever that is, some sort of website, I would imagine. Is it them who set that rate? You know, saucy stamps. Maybe, you know, I could be like this, and perhaps, you know, just have the jacket off the shoulder a little bit like that, or maybe an extra button underneath. Huh? Is that worth £12 a month? I think it might well be. I think it might well be, actually. 810 from sleazy men who are stupid enough to pay for it. Well, you're a nice person, aren't you? I've been spoiling myself rotten with the extra cash, splashing it on clothes, designer bags. What, designer bags? 810? How much are your designer bags then? A decent designer bag is about 800 quid. I mean, you get the cheaper ones, sort of, I suppose, Ralph Lauren and something like that for possibly 400. You're not talking Louis Vuitton, though, are you, my darling? Or Catherine Kidson. How much are her bags? Anyone got one of those? I don't have any of those bags at all myself. I've got one bag, one little bag really, which goes over my shoulder for my mobile phone and keys when I go on my walks every day. I should be going on the walk a little bit later on. I'm going to try and get out a bit earlier today because it's going to be so hot, isn't it? She says, I've been spoiling myself. Right. Remember, £810 she's got so far. That's what she's told us. Right? She said she's bought clothes, designer bags, and had an appointment to have her teeth completely redone. Well, that's not going to last long, is it? You might get about one tooth done for that £810, like those people on the Jeremy Kyle show. I could never understand those people. You know those Jeremy Kyle show people, right? And they'd come on there, there'd be one tooth in their head, which would be black. Okay? Why didn't they have that tooth done? It wouldn't cost that much to have that single tooth made white, would it? As that's all they've got left in their heads. I wasn't a regular viewer. I used to dip in and out of that, and I'd turn it off, being horrified at how people are. Although when you watch riots and things happening in London for various different things, you know the people like that actually do exist. There'll be some lady or girl sitting in a chair like that, and the mother-in-law are coming, won't they? But a great big finger, and boom, 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 and then they'd waggle with a finger in the face. What an awful programme that was, and thank God that was taken off the air. I swear that the more people watch stuff like this on the telly, the more it makes them like it. They're awful, awful people. She says it's money for old rope. Most of the photos I put on there are glamour shots, i.e. get them out for the lads. You know, glamour. That's what a glamour shot is. Let's get them out for the lads. A lot of the pictures, as I say, you know, I don't really have a problem with it. You know, if you can make money doing something like that, then that's up to you. But I do wonder sometimes, you know, when they get older and perhaps their children come across these pictures, or worse, you know, certain video sites where you can log on and watch things happening. Those sort of websites. You know, it's all very well uploading this stuff when you're a young person, but as you get into your 30s, 40s, 50s, like me, right? And then your children they're now in their 20s and 30s, and they're looking on the internet. Oh my God, there's mum and dad doing it. Not good, is it, really? Do people actually not think... I don't think people think about that when they upload this stuff, because once it's online, that's it. It's there forever, mate. It's there forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be the one. Demis Roussoff's wonderful singer, dear. It says, a lot of the pictures I'm selling are on my Instagram anyway. Oh, I don't get money for Instagram pictures. Is it like perhaps there's like a monetary version of it? I don't know. I'm making money off something they could get for free. But if these men are stupid enough to pay for them, then they go ahead... and then here it comes. I'm worth paying for. Now you've put me off. Now you've put me off. There's too many people out there who think they're fantastic at stuff. Look at me. I'm useless at everything. Absolutely useless. In particular, DIY. DIY, Chris, is not a good thing. As you well know, I could give you a list as long as my arm of complete and utter DIY failures that I've experienced in my sad, lonely, pathetic life. Which reminds me, I haven't heard from the shed bloke yet. He hasn't given me a quote yet. Anyway, so there we are. £12 a month to get to look at her. I mean, if you want to pay it, fine. But it's a bit cruel to call people silly there. Let's have a look here. Most of the guests from the Jeremy Kyle show came from Bristol. Yes, I was aware of that, actually, Mick. I think I heard that somewhere else as well. Yeah. Oh, John Parrish has sent a £2 super chat. Let me give you 2 free raffle tickets, John Parrish. Where's my super chat jingle? There it is. One moment, please. One moment, please. There you go. Pink tickets, aren't they? John's going to try and win the mug tomorrow, aren't you, darling, with our 2 free raffle tickets for you, John. 635 and 636 for you, Mr. John Parrish. Hey, you. Thank you, John, for the tip. There we are. You'll be very hot in your caravan today. You wish you'd had that air conditioning put in that I recommended, or maybe not. Are you going to stay there now, John, or what? Have you decided what to do yet, as a matter of interest? John had a bit of a problem with fees on his site. There was quite high fees. There you go. So you might win that tomorrow, John. There's not too many tickets in there, actually, so you've got a good chance of winning that tomorrow. Okay? Anyone else? Every time you send £1 super chat in, I'll give you a free raffle ticket. You might win the mug tomorrow. Okay? You're talking about car insurance to each other there, are you? They should start a new show called Loose Men. No, it'd just be bad. Just be bad. Just be as bad. It will just be as bad. It really will. Awful. Good. There we are. What else have we got here? Hermes. Should we do the Hermes one? No, pot noodle. Let me do the pot noodle one first. Again in the sun this morning. Pot noodle is going potless. They're getting rid of the pot. How can they call it a pot noodle? Well, they haven't. It's now called Lost the Pot. Now, I think you can still get both. Pot noodle is going potless for the first time in the snack's 40-year history. Now, if you live off pot noodles, that's not good, is it? If you live. I have one now and again. I don't think I've got any in the cupboard at the moment. I have one now and again. I tend to do them very thick, like my gravy. I mean, I kid you not, sometimes the spoon will stand up in the gravy. That's how thick I have mine, right? Pot noodle, very easy to just overdo the water and have it a bit too watery. I do like the sauce quite thick in there. But yeah, pot noodle, chicken and mushroom are all right. Suitable for vegetarians. There's no meat of any description in any of those pot noodles. It's all flavourings. So when it says beef, what is it, something and chicken, salt and chicken, something like, or roast chicken flavour, there's no chicken in it. Look on the back, suitable for vegetarians. It says lost the pot noodle, which is what it's called, comes in a packet. It can be added to a jug or a big cup before adding boiling water in the same way you make a normal pot noodle. Possibly they're trying to move away from the plastic pots, you know, for the environment type thing. It can also be made in a saucepan on the stove. There are three flavours: roast chicken, curry and sweet chilli. Pot noodle says the idea behind it is to try and make the snacks greener by saving on the hard plastic used in the pots, which is harder to recycle. It also makes the student favourite even cheaper. The pot noodle Lost the Pot range is available from Asda. 80 pence and 50 pence, one on promotion. Absolute bargain. 50 pence for dinner. Don't get much better than that, does it? One of my favourite places for dinner is the Trawler's Catch in Skegness. I wonder if that'll be open when I start going back up the caravan or not. Trawler's Catch in Skegness. I love it there. Normally, pots are £1.60 when on offer, so it's going to be cheaper than those. It says the firm is not ditching the pots, but selling them side by side for now to gauge if fans like the new cheaper option. An insider said it's not as convenient as just pouring boiling water from a kettle into the plastic pot, and you have to do some washing up, but it is better for the environment and cheaper. Will you be buying that, or will you still keep buying the plastic pots? I think you give it a go. Most of you have got large mugs that you can make these things in, haven't you? Although, don't know, I mean, it would have to be a very large mug, wouldn't it? I don't know if I've got one of those, actually. It says, whether you're needing to fill hungry tummies or a student looking to save time and money, Lost the Pot noodle is the perfect solution for those after a speedy and filling fix, so you can noodle in no time. Get those noodles down. Do you like noodles? Do you like pot noodles? Adrian Richardson says on the subject of those people on Jeremy Kyle, that must have been gone for about a year now. They cannot afford, that's why they have one white, one black tooth left, because of buying all the beers, cigarettes and TV, 70-inch TV and Sky TV. They've got it all in those places, you know. They absolutely have that all. Oh, Fiona's sent in a little super chat there. For you to take your shirt off more, says Fiona. Really? Well, first of all, let me give you what you've done. £2. Let me give you a couple of 2 free raffle tickets for that, darling. You might win the mug tomorrow. All right. Fiona Hunt. There we are. Fiona Hunt. There you go. 637 and 638 for you tomorrow morning. Just to let you know, Fiona, for the Super Chatters raffle, you don't need to know the numbers. I'll read out the name, okay? But for the Monday raffle, you need the numbers. That's the blue ones that I give out later on, okay? It's not really complicated once you know. So I'll put those in. So you might win that tomorrow, but you won't actually need to be here. If you can't be here tomorrow morning for whatever reason, just wait till the show finishes and then watch back and see if you've won. And you can just send us an email and I'll do that. But she does want a button open on my shirt. Is it that you want me to leave it open, do you? Go on then, Fiona. Just one little button there. There you go, darling. Look at that tanned flesh under there, darling. You know, there's no pasty Chris this morning, darling. Charlotte, oh, she made me laugh. Charlotte was a very, very close friend of mine. And she used to come into the... she was a black girl, and she used to come into one of the pubs I DJ'd in back in the 1990s, 2000s. And I, in the winter, she'd come up to me and she'd say, Chris, you're looking a bit pasty today. You need a sunbed. Oh, I don't like sunbeds. I think they're blooming dangerous things. I really do. I laid under one once, and only once. I hated it. Laying on this plastic thing and you're sweating. It was just so completely and totally unnatural. I tell you, it was horrible. John Paris is not worried about the mug. I print my own T-shirts and mugs as taught by Martin. Years. I didn't know you did that, John. Have you got your own equipment there? Presumably that's over in the Philippines. Oh, Philippines? Philippines. That's over in the Philippines. You're printing mugs and T-shirts. Am I right in that, or have you got some of the stuff at the caravan? Oh, you wouldn't have much room there, would you? £2 is for you to get a meal, a few tines. What's a few tines? Tins. £2 for you to get a meal or a few tins. I've got lots of tins, thank you very much. I'm getting ready for the oh, what do you call it? The second wave, mate. I'm getting ready for that second wave. I've got tins of carrots and all sorts in there, you know. Yes, it's all there. Let's have a look there. What else have we got here? Fiona. There you go. That's roast chicken cooking in the sun. That's true. a medallion. I don't have a medallion. I've got a cross. I've got a gold crucifix. That was my mum's. It might not be gold, but I've got that. I could put that on if you want. A medallion. I'm not sure about that. Okay, we mentioned Hermes a few times, haven't we? Hermes, the delivery people. And I told you that I'd have a couple of experiences with them where I'd arranged for them to pick up a parcel and twice they just didn't come. And then when I rang them up, they said, oh, we don't guarantee collection. What's the point of that then? So I've paid for something. You said you'd collect it, but you don't guarantee to do the service. Blooming ridiculous. I don't think I've lost anything from Hermes being delivered here. And I must say, when I order something off eBay or Amazon, I do check to see if they use Hermes. And if they do, I tend to go somewhere else now because they're getting a really bad reputation. Indeed, in the Daily Mirror today, it says they're losing 30,000 parcels. Wow, that's a lot. It says in the Daily Mirror, the courier service has come under fire from thousands of unhappy customers who have not received their orders with eBay traders. Traders left with numerous demands for refunds. Now, this happened to my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law, Martin, who does his own very, very successful sort of family of YouTube channels. He restores things. And he, around Christmas, just before Christmas time, sent out 30 calendars. Total value, probably about £300 via Hermes, and they didn't get there. And they offered him a £20 refund. I think it was £20 refund. Dreadful. They lost all of them. Great big. I mean, how do you lose a great big box? They're dreadful. This is in the Daily Mirror. Furious customers were left... Has this happened to you at all with Hermes? Have you lost anything there? Furious customers were left in limbo after courier service Hermes lost 30,000 parcels due to a label scanning error. At a time when online delivery services are more popular than ever, some frustrated customers have been forced to wait weeks for their orders. The epic blunder occurred when a scanning machine misread a series of postcodes, resulting in thousands of packages being directed to the wrong addresses. It took more than 2 days before Hermes were able to identify the problem and take measures to correct it. Some customers aren't sure if their packages will ever turn up. eBay traders said they were left with numerous demands for refunds after angry customers who had paid for the postage and packaging fees had not received their parcels. There's this bloke here, Roger. He sold a £70 watch online and paid £4 for Hermes delivery. Told the Sun that it failed to arrive with the customer after 2 weeks. Dreadful. A lady at customer service told me that the central hub misdirected parcels because it misread postcodes. God's sake. It happened around May the 28th and they're hoping the parcels might come back. Well, not necessarily. To me, this isn't a satisfactory answer. Too right, it hasn't. So a lot of other people disappointed with the Hermes thing as well. I think it's dreadful. What a dreadful way to carry on. Have you had any bad experiences with people like that? Fiona, about Hermes, there was a documentary on BBC Ireland. Don't know if you got it in the UK, but Hermes often don't deliver and send your items to auction, even with your name still on the items. Gosh. Shocking. We never had this when it was just Royal Mail, did we? Yeah, I don't think I ever lost a single parcel with Royal Mail. Seriously, didn't. Not at all. Michael Lawrence says Amazon are the best. I tend to go along with you there, Michael. I mean, I've ordered stuff 10 o'clock at night and it's been there at like 10 o'clock in the morning. They've got a really good setup, Amazon now, haven't they? They used to just sell books. They've come so far, Amazon. I love it. I order most stuff on Amazon. I click the button and the next day it just comes. Just brilliant. Well, I did have that issue the other day, didn't I? Of I had an Amazon delivery, and then 1 minute later, this dodgy-looking bloke on a scooter turned up at a little, push-along scooter, scruffy thing he was, you know the sort, tracksuit, you know the sort, yeah. Turned up at my door and rung the bell and looked down at the parcel. He was going to lick it. I'm sure he was going to nick it if he hadn't seen the camera. In fact, it's bothered me so much that I've actually ordered 2 more Ring cameras now for outside. Yeah, to cover a larger area. I'm going to put one with permission of my neighbours because I've asked them already. Do they mind, if I put a camera up pointing down? So there's 4 houses. You have to go along this path to get to any one of our houses. So I'm going to put that at the end of the path because I'm at the end, right? And that will watch the whole path. And I've asked my neighbours and they're quite happy for me to do that because obviously we'll see everyone coming up and down there. And the thing is, the beauty with these cameras is by the time you've seen them, it's too late. It's recorded. And there's no point in grabbing the camera and smashing it on the ground because it's been sent to a server somewhere in, I don't know, California or somewhere like that. And I'll come back. Oh, I've got recording. It's all automatic. I haven't got to do anything. They're solar ones, actually. They're run by solar. So you haven't got to charge these ones up. A little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it. It bothered me so much seeing that bloke outside that I did that there. All right. Let's have a look. Amazon Prime is great. Yeah, I've got that as well, Parkness. That's what I've got. I've got the video stuff as well, although I don't really watch much of the Amazon Prime video. I find the quality isn't very good. It's certainly nowhere near as good as the iPlayer or the Netflix. Have you noticed that? The picture on the Amazon quality isn't particularly good. And I went on my TV, because I've got it like an app on the TV. Don't seem to be any settings to change it on the TV. There is on the phone. I can't watch the whole thing on a phone or on the iPad. You can change the settings on there, but not on the telly for some reason. Nowhere near as good as the other two. And I think you get used to watching HD, don't you? You do get used to watching the HD there. Paula Newsell on eBay. Use Royal Mail. Hermes are useless. There you go. Shania says Hermes are great where we are. So she's got a different experience there. Look at that. Daniel says Hermes are bad. Yodel are the worst. Yeah, that's another one I avoid. Yodel and Hermes. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Right. I only subscribe for TGT. What's TGT? TGT. Are you talking about the Amazon one? TGT. I watched the Star Trek thing, Picard. I was ordering a lot from Amazon. I was ordering more and more from Amazon. And actually, for the Amazon Prime, I think it's about £75 a year. You've only got to order 2 things a month and you've paid that in saved postage costs. I was finding, oh my God, I'm spending a fortune here on postage. And in the Amazon Prime, of course, it's all included. But they've got it down to a T, Amazon. They really have. If you've got something wrong, you just send it back. No problem at all, is it, eh? Here you go. Jason says, watching on Amazon is very poor. I'm still waiting for a refund. What's wrong with your Amazon then? Are you talking about the picture quality there? Morning to Dr. Gregorian. Thank God it's Thursday. It's Wednesday, isn't it? It's not Thursday, darling. It's Wednesday today. John Paris, we only ever use fans in the Philippines, so think we can bear it here, dear. Open all the windows, black out the windows facing the sun. Yeah, but you're like in a metal box, aren't you there? Yeah. Right. Do you like walking? I quite like walking, as you know. I go for a walk every day, either a walk or a cycle every day since the swimming pool closed. I've been going swimming for years and years, and to not be going swimming is kind of doing me in a bit, but that'll come back. I'm sure the swimming pools will come back as well. Parkness. TJT is the Grand Tour. Okay, the Grand Tour. It's not my sort of thing, blokes with cars and all that, and don't really entertain me at all. He watches Star Trek Picard as well. Excellent. Hey, Jason, picture quality is so poor, especially watching the sports. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought there. That's what I thought. Fiona's got Amazon Prime. She bought all the Carry On films. Oh, yeah, buy them while you can, Fiona, because they'll be taken off soon. You know that. Ow, these are really sexist. It's all upsetting women all over the world. No, it isn't. It's comedy, dear. With all these blooming marches going on all over the place, disrupting everything. I wonder how long it will be before the lefties try and get rid of Last Night at the Proms. That's coming soon. Mark my words, that's coming soon. What a disaster. Blooming lefty lovies. I'm not talking about just people who vote one way or the other. You know the sort of people I mean. The lefties who are offended by everything. Last Night at the Proms will be going soon, I guarantee it. Oh, we can't have the Union Jack flying up there. God's sake, man. Oh, dear. Sir Patrick Stewart. Is he a fellow Yorkshireman? Very talented actor, isn't he? Patrick Stewart. Anyway, walks. As you know, I go for a walk every day. In the metro, if you're in London or you want to make a trip to London, here's one for you. I'm liking the idea of this. I like the idea of this. It says, with lockdown measures in place, although they're coming off now, city streets have been without their usual hustle and bustle over the recent months. One man was determined to find a way to capture city life during this unique period in history. So what did he do? Using the Monopoly board as inspiration, Dan captured lockdown life at some of London's key locations. Dan adds the Monopoly board, and I love Monopoly. I love it. Dan adds the Monopoly board is a great format for looking at London in a bit of a structured way. Everyone has some sort of connection with the board or with some of the locations. So I thought it would be a nice idea to try and show something about London without simply randomly picking areas. After finishing work early one day, Dan decided to use his free time to tour the city taking photographs before catching his train back home to Sheffield. So he's not even in London. He said, I cheated a little bit and start and took the walk took him 6 hours to complete in order to cover all of the Monopoly spots. What a blooming good idea. I'd like to do this. Dan says, I cheated a little bit at the start and took one of those street bikes between some of the locations rather than walking. I mean, I don't know how far some of these places are apart, actually. He said, for example, Lambeth North, which isn't an official tile on the board, but was designated as Go by Ordnance Survey. Oh, I didn't know that. Is a long way from Old Kent Road, which is the first stop. And that's miles away from Whitechapel Road. After you get past the first side of the board, everything's a little closer together. Fleet Street, the Strand, Trafalgar Square, they're all close together. Bond Street, Regent Street, Oxford Street, all close together. And the same with Park Lane and Mayfair. So it's just at the beginning there. He goes on to say, the variety between the areas was something that caught Dan's attention, particularly with fewer people on the streets. Dan says the Monopoly board was designed to cover a cross-section of London, even though it features only one official square south of the river. You can still feel the variety today and in a different way during lockdown. Lots of security guards in Covent Garden and Mayfair guarding well-tended houses and shops versus more obvious signs of poverty in some of the more residential areas. Trafalgar Square in particular held a special place in Dan's heart. He added, I was married at the church. Oh, it must probably brings back nice memories there, doesn't it? I was married at the church there, St. Martin's in the Fields, and love the work they do around music and homelessness. He said a few other things surprised Dan on his walking tour. The stations were really interesting, the cleanest I've seen them, and quite beautiful in their quiet state. Of course, no one was going in the stations at the time. What a brilliant time to be. Oh, you won't be able to do that now. I don't suppose we'll ever have that opportunity again unless a lockdown comes back again, which I think there's a fairly good chance of that, I'm afraid to say. Maybe sort of January time, I would imagine. He says it also surprised him the amount of homeless people still stuck outside. I think a lot of people think homeless people had all been given accommodation. Yes, well, I thought that. But no, there were still lots sleeping on the streets. I ended up having a chat with perhaps half a dozen homeless people. One chap said he hadn't really a proper conversation with someone for 6 weeks, which is sad. But I think that's a great thing to do. What a great time. Perhaps, you know, you could walk the whole thing and not do it in a day, couldn't you? You could perhaps book a little hotel or something like that. Splash out the cash. Oh, possibly one or two of you now have got a little bit of money saved up where you haven't been going out and doing things that you'd normally do over the last 3 months. Why not book yourself into like a posh hotel for 2 nights or something like that? Something like the Mandarin Oriental. You know, or where else? I don't know. The Lansdowne, something like that. What's that one that Adam took me to for afternoon tea for my birthday? That one. Oh, God, what's it called now? Is he with us still? I don't know if he's still with us there. See, Shania's got a staff meeting. Cheerio, Shania. Oh, it's a wonderful day. You can put yourself into a hotel and then up you get, have your breakfast and off you go. Start walking the Monopoly board. Take pictures of it and then upload them to your Facebook or something. I think that's a great fun to do something like that. I really do. Really do there. Paul, as you're in Berkshire, are you anywhere near the stabbings that took place last Saturday? No. That's in Reading. It's not a million miles away. Reading isn't that close. I couldn't really walk to Reading. It's a bit too far for me to walk there, so no. All right. John lives in Hamsterley Forest. Check out the walks and biking when you've time. I bet that's nice there. It sounds absolutely delightful, to be honest. And where my caravan is in Lincolnshire, we've got lots of walks there, you know, along by the river. You can travel for miles. Although I did try and do that once, and there were cows in this field, and they kept mooing at me. I got scared. I'm sorry. I was worried about being trampled. That mooing didn't... I'm sorry, mooing on a cow does not sound friendly to me at all. It sounds to me like, get away from me. It worries me too much, that. Parkness has got all the Carry On films on DVD. Great things. I mean, great things they are. We love the Carry On films. Right, I haven't got this one on the summary up there, but in the Daily Mirror today, competitive eater. Now, this girl is as thin as a rake, size 10. She's 26-year-old Kate Ovens. Wolfed down a mega meal inside half an hour. What did she eat? It says a hungry food blogger. Yeah, perhaps that's something you could do, Mick. You could do cookery blogging, couldn't you? With your cakes and all that. Something you might want to do. A hungry food blogger has defeated one of Britain's biggest fish and chip meals. A 4,000 calorie feast, enough to feed a family of 5. Chips. Oh, the trawlers, Scatchins, Kegness. Yes, please. Chips. Paul and Lou have been there. Her name's Kate. She far famed for taking on giant food challenges. Polished off 32-ounce cod and a mounting of chips. The big eater, she's only a size 10. It's not fair, is it, everyone? It's not fair. Why is it that I can walk past a supermarket, smell the crisps, and immediately put on 3 stone? Good morning, morning Maureen, just texting in there. They just don't put on weight, some people. It's so annoying. I'm jealous. She says the big eater is only a size 10, but she refuses to let her small frame put her off. She munched through the giant portion 5 times larger than the average serving in just half an hour, and then finished it off by downing a pint. It's enormous. I'm going to take a picture and show you. Wait till you see the picture of this woman's dinner. Oh, all those chips, though. That's very... I think I could polish off those chips. Who couldn't polish off all these chips? That's the question I'm asking you. Look. That's a big meal, isn't it? Is that curry? Oh, not mushy peas. No, thank you. No mushy peas, dear. It's got gravy. I don't know what that... Oh, curry sauce. Is that not curry sauce? Look at the size of that meal. Eh? You like the look of that? I'll have the chips. You get a decent sized portion at Trawler's Catch. I know I go on about it, but it's so nice there that you never feel left out. There you go, Paul and Lou. I love the Trawler's Catch. Peter's been to Skegness loads of times. I love it. Don't go when it's busy, middle of the summer. Oh, Christ, so many people there. No, night time you want to go, or evening. Everyone's gone back to their rooms then to sleep off their sunburn, probably. Mick's loves Skeg Vegas. We'll be back there soon. Mick's going to go there soon as well. You never know. Sherry does her own chat show, her own cooking show as well there. Sherry DMP on YouTube for all you cooking fans. Please subscribe. We are poor. Please do me a favour, John. You're not poor, mate. Suss you out. Poor. Aren't you naughty? Daniel Holmes has never seen a single Carry On film. Is that right, Daniel? Oh, come on, Daniel. I can't believe that. Really? How can you not have seen? They're hilarious. Hilarious. All right. Get ready to ask for your raffle tickets, boys and girls. All right. We're going to do the raffle tickets after this. If you want a free raffle tickets, get ready to ask. In the Metro today, 6 surprising health benefits of a heat wave. Wow. Heat waves do have benefits. They'll all be out there later, won't they? Oh, it's too hot. Oh, I can't cope. It's too hot here. It's too hot. The heat wave. It says we all know about the dangers of getting too much sun. It can cause sunburn, permanent skin damage, aging. There's also the risk of dehydration and sunstroke. We need to be careful to avoid the midday sun on hot days. That happened to me very nearly in Sydney a few years ago in Australia. I'd been to, oh God, where's the place called now? Oh, can't remember. You get a boat from Sydney and you kind of go across this like estuary, which has got like, the waves are go, not waves, the swell of the sea's going up and down. So it's a little bit rocky. Manly. Hang on. Let me see if that's right. Manly, Sydney. Sydney, is that right? Manly, there we go. Manly. And it's very close to Sydney. Yeah. How far is Manly Branch from Sydney? 10 kilometres. And you get on a boat. I think you could drive around, but that would be a very long way to do it. You get on this boat and you go over to Manly. And we had a nice time. There's not a lot there. And I think we might have had something to eat there on the restaurant while we were walking around. The thing is, it's got like a rock and you stand on the rock and you can see out. Oh, the view, dear. Those Australians, they don't realise how lucky they are, some of them over there. All these beautiful places in Australia. If I was still young, I'd probably try and start there again. I don't know what I'd do, though. I don't really have a skill, if you see what I mean. Yeah, they wouldn't want DJs or karaoke people. They want people to sort of build infrastructure and stuff like that. Clever people, not like me. But nevertheless, it's a lovely place to go and visit. If you ever get the chance to go to Australia, please go. Fantastic place. Don't worry about the man-eating spiders or the crocodiles walking down the high street. You know, I mean, now and again, the crocodile, you'll be doing your shopping. You'll be doing your shopping in Australia. And you'll see lots of other people doing their shopping as well. And then suddenly, you know, you'll see a crocodile just come and take someone. They walk wild up and down the high street in Sydney, crocodiles. And if it's not one of those, it could be a spider. Again, you'll be, you know, quietly, you know, might have a few designer handbags where you've been shopping in the local department store in Sydney. Woolworths. When you come out of there, you're walking along. There's the crocodiles going up and down. Takes another one out, you know. They'll probably be all right. I'm not sure that they like English people, the crocodiles. But it's the spiders, you see. Man-eating spiders. As large as the crocodiles. They're on walls. They're standing like that. You're walking past them. And suddenly, one of the spiders, one of the legs will come out like that and just flick you into its mouth. That's it, and you're gone. I gather it's quite a quick death, though. You haven't got to worry too much. Once you're in that stomach, you kind of, in the spider's stomach, you disintegrate fairly quickly. You know, it's not like you're struggling, you know, like for example, you know, you see some people in hospital. Terrible, terrible things to see in hospital. Some people who spend years and years, you know, of illness, trouble breathing and all that. If a spider eats you in Sydney, it's quite quick. You're gone within a few minutes. And you become part of that spider. But apart from that, it's quite nice to go there and look around. Anyway, so we went on this boat to Manly, had a look around, and we came back. And rather than get a bus or something, we decided to walk. So we're walking through Sydney, and the sun was out, and I was already very hot, and the sun was beating down on us. There was no shade. And suddenly I felt really odd. And I knew it was the sun. And I said, oh, we need to go in that shopping centre now. Oh, well, let's just go around this one. There's another one around that. I said, no, we need to get out of this sun now. And we dashed in this shopping centre. And, oh, the cool air. Oh, I can't tell you how wonderful it was. And I sat on this bean bag in there. And I think I was there about half hour, 45 minutes in the end. And I cooled down then, and it was better. But, yeah, it was... It was too much. It was too much there. So, that was my experience of heat stroke there. It says, the story in the Metro, we all know about the dangers of getting too much sun. It can cause sunburn, permanent skin damage, ageing. I think Mick Davenport's been in the sun a lot, haven't you? There's also a risk of dehydration and sunstroke, so we need to be careful to avoid the midday sun on hot days. But it's not all bad news. A heat wave can actually cause some health benefits. Sunshine in healthy, safe doses can be really good for our physical and mental health, and we should make the most of it all the time. And certainly, you know how you've come through winter. And then there's that first day, not necessarily the first day of spring. There's a day, after we've come through the winter, there's a particular day, and then you open the door and the sun suddenly warms you up. How good does that feel? Eh? So it says soak up with vitamin D. When people spend time outside, particularly when the sun's out, they are helped with the manufacture of vitamin D. This is essential for a number of reasons inside and out. It strengthens bones and even gives the skin its natural complexion. Look at my vitamin D on here. I'm smothered in vitamin D here, dear. Many windows block UVB wavelengths, which prevents the synthesis of the vitamins. So people do need to go outside. It's not as good to sit in front of a window to get your vitamin D. You've got to go outside. It also improves your mood. Well, I think we all know that. Sunlight does not only release the trip. What's that? Sunlight does not only trip the release of serotonin, but other hormones known as endorphins as well. These are associated with overall calm, less depression, and happier moods. Happy, happy, happy. Remember, be happy. People may simply notice feeling better when the whole body system responds to the sun. Sleep more soundly. Sunlight striking the eyes sends a message to the brain's pineal gland. This message is to shut down the production of melatonin, a hormone that assists in sleeping by making people drowsy. It says, forego sunglasses in the early mornings so that the brain and body receive the message that daylight is here and melatonin is no longer needed for the bonds. Okay? It says it lowers blood pressure. University of Edinburgh researchers found in one study that nitric oxide, a compound which helps reduce blood pressure, is released into the blood vessels once the sun's light touches the skin. It helps with depression, as we've already mentioned as well, and it boosts the immune system. Exposure to sunlight also helps suppress an immune system that is overactive. This is why sunlight is sometimes used to treat such autoimmune diseases such as cirrhosis, I think it says. White blood cells also increase with sunlight exposure. These play a prominent role in fighting off diseases and defending the body when at risk of infection. And I think we saw that in some of those information things that they were talking about, virus things and all that people that were deficient in vitamin D were at particular risk, didn't they? I think they said that. Anyway, so that's the benefits of having a little bit too much heat. All right. Okay, let's do the raffle tickets then. Where are we? Let's start at the top there. Paul, Michael Lawrence, thank you, Michael, is on ticket number 260. Thank you, Michael. Oh, I haven't got any tickets out of my book yet. 1 minute. Let me tear these out for you, oh gorgeous ones. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. There we are. Put that there. Put that there. Just a reminder again, can only have a ticket while we're on stream, so to speak. As soon as the show finishes, that's it. No more tickets, all right? Paul and Lou then, 261. Paul and Lou, 261. Diane Jeb, 262. Denise Andrews, 263. I've become part of her daily routine, haven't I, Denise? Denise Andrews there. Peter Wright, 264. Jason Hughes, 265. Scrolling down. AMS Clark, 266. Good morning, AMS. So quiet there, aren't you, my love? Welcome along, Daniel Holmes, 267. Carry on camping, Park Nest Light. Yes, excellent, hilarious, so funny. Those Carry On films, aren't they? Manly, that's the one. AMS. Yeah, it was Manly indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, Denise, thank you. We forgot our pills. Look at that. Forgot the pills. Medication. Ooh, medication. Ooh, dedication. That's what I need. Beware of drop bears. What are they? Drop bears. Oh, I'm scared now. Do they literally drop out of a tree and eat you? Morning, LaBelle. Yeah, Woolworths. Department stores. Woolworths in Australia are different to the Woolworths that we had in the UK. They sell food over there. Well, we don't have them anymore. Woolworths closed over here. They went out of business a few years ago now. Where's those? 1 second. There we are. Deadly snakes. Thank you, Michael. Very dangerous place. Deadly snakes. There you are. You're sitting there on the toilet and a snake will enter you and eat you from the inside out. What a dreadful way to go. Oh, my God. Because you can go so far, you can't pull them out again. They shoot up there while you're sitting on the toilet. Very, very dangerous. Let's have a look. Sorry, you're talking to each other. My other half looks like it's been in the Bahamas for a month. He's got a lovely tan. Yes. I've never been to the Bahamas. I've not been to the Bahamas at all. Fiona. Thank you, Fiona. 268. This is for Monday morning's raffle, all right, Fiona? And you need to write down the numbers of these because on Monday morning we only read out the numbers. Okay, so you are 268 for Monday, darling. All right. John, the sun, a beautiful boost to the body. Love sunbathing, especially when I got white bits to show. There's quite a lot of those now, isn't there, John? They seem to have got bigger over the years, my dear. John Aitken, 269 for you, young John. All right. Mick Davenport, 270. Excuse me. Dear me. Mick Davenport, 270. Maureen, 271. She texting in there. Anyone else? Let's have a look there. Is that everyone there? I think that's everyone. Have I missed anyone out for the raffle tickets? If I've missed out your name for some reason, just put you've missed me out, Chris, and I will correct that insolence. If you've asked by a raffle tickets by email, I'll do that straight after the show. All right? Okie doke then. Let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday. On this Wednesday, the 24th of June, 2022, Aaron Johns, who's such a nice bloke. He does drag as well. 34 years old today. Lives on a boat. Don't you, Aaron? Happy birthday to you, Aaron. All right? Don't know whenever we'll work again together. Sad, isn't it? Happy birthday, Aaron. Rickie Mitchell today is a young 69 years old. Happy birthday, Rickie. Fabricio, is it? Rabucus, happy birthday to you, sir. Clive Fuller, 56 years old today. Joseph McDonald, he's often with us in the morning. He's not here today, is he, Joseph? Never mind. We could have sang to him live if he was here, but he's not here. Never mind. Happy birthday, Joseph McDonald, 54 today. Elliott James Begley is 26 years old today. Thomas Fernandez is 25 today. And finally, James Palmer's birthday today as well. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Lots of birthdays today. Happy birthday to each and every one of you there, gang. John Parrish just coming in at the end there for a raffle ticket number 272 for you, John. Okay, 272 for Mr. John Parrish. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today, boys and girls. I shall go out for my walk now before it gets too hot. I shall walk it across the fields. I shall make a little map as well. One of those little picture maps and show you where I was walking yesterday. Probably the same place as all the other time. I keep getting lost in the forest now. I got lost on my bike yesterday. Dear me. How does that happen? I thought I'd got used to using the Google Maps, but not so good, I'm afraid. I'm still going the wrong way at the wrong time. Never mind. Have a nice day, boys and girls. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, 8:45. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye now.